Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Shout out to Jacob J. Michael Beat Your Life. Keep those wrenches handy today. Shout out to my old heads. There's Doubtful Genius. I see you on here. Ron Lawson. What's up, Eric Terry? Shout out to my fourth quarter members. There's Jeffrey Tanner. What's up, man? What's going on in Okinawa, Japan? What's up, Roger? W Secrets to Success. Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today? Welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 58.73. It's staying up there above 58, man, which is unbelievable to me. I'm looking for it to go ahead and hit that 59. He says, okay. Cal didn't have any power in his legs to muster up a fight against Jake Paul, but good effort for a 50-year-old man. Yeah, America and the whole world was dumbed down on that. We got scammed, and Mike Tyson probably threw, 3 punches the whole fight. You got to give it to Jake Paul, though. That was a genius marketing plan. They earned a lot of money, and but anybody in their right mind should have known that wasn't going to be a fight. That was an event. That's what Derek Castanara said. He said that was an event. But we love sports. It was just another distraction. That's all it was, and 20 million. You can't blame him. What's up, Don Ridgeway? We always have a topic, man. Today's topic is a weapon of mass seduction. How sex is still being used to manipulate and control relationships. But we're supposed to have a guest on today. I don't know if he's going to show up. He better show up. If you stand Sunshine Shoulders community up, that's your ass. Here he is. He's on here.
Hey,
what's
can you
going
hear
on,
me?
brother? Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, man, it's me and Izzy. It's me and Izzy today, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's me and Izzy, man.
Who's Izzy?
My neighbor who was on the video with me when my popular video, me and Izzy.
Oh, okay. I thought you was bringing your wife on.
Yeah, I gotta leave Izzy. I'm gonna go home. Hey, I'm glad you said that. As a matter of fact, in 5 minutes, you tell me, say, Paul, it's time to go home and go see your wife. Please tell me that.
So what's been going on since the last? What's been going on since the last time we talked?
Izzy here. He's my neighbor. He lives like
No,
in the
I'm
neighborhood.
saying what's been going on with you since the last time you were on here?
Oh man, I still been working. Me and Izzy did a job today. Where we go, Izzy? Where we go, Izzy, today?
Crockerville.
No, man, don't say Crockerville.
No,
the governor's mansion.
Yeah, governor's mansion.
And Buckhead.
Buckhead.
Yeah, but with me though, yeah, we was in Buckhead today. In Atlanta, people know where it's at in Atlanta. It's Buckhead. It's like upper Atlanta. And yeah, but we did the job today. Like I said, I own my own company. I brought Izzy with me. We made a little money today.
Yeah.
And but yeah, in 5 minutes. Sunshine, you right. I brought Izzy home from a job today, and I gotta go home. I gotta go home and deal with that.
Have y'all been drinking today?
A little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah,
so what's going on, man? I mean, do you got any updates in your life?
Okay, as far as updates going on, I made a couple of new videos, and as far as updates with me and my wife, we got some updates going on, Sunshine. I don't know what was going on before. I talked to you before, but yeah, but she wants me to put in more money on what was going on with the
Yeah.
bills, and I was like,
Hey,
yeah,
well,
huh?
you may have to call me back, man. Seems like y'all having a little bit too much fun. I can't have an interview. It sounds to me like you're drunk or something.
Oh no, I'm
I
not
mean,
drunk. No.
yeah,
Oh
I'm
no,
just saying
no,
you
no.
you all over the place.
I'm just trying to show you easy because I know a lot of because I'm trying to show you easy because a lot of people show me love on the easy video. But no, I told Izzy today. I said I have you on here for 5 minutes, and I have to go home because now I have Crystal. She's definitely gonna be on here next, and like I said, Izzy, he's in my neighbor.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll leave here right now, man. That's cool. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Well, just wait till you get home, I guess, and come back on.
No shit, Izzy, man. I got you on live. This live stream. This thing cost me like 88 dollars a month. I got hit with a major bill for this live stream service you got here. But now we're definitely gonna use this. And shit, hey, I'm
Yo,
gonna holler at you later, man.
yeah, man.
But hey,
Listen to the gentleman.
say something.
He told you to go home to your wife.
Yeah.
Go home to your wife. Take it for what it's worth.
Tell people who out here who don't have a wife, who's looking for a wife, or what's going on, what's the deal?
I can't say much about that. I know I have one. You have one. We gotta
Exactly.
maintain ours. Maintain yourself. Go home. Listen to the gentleman. He giving you some true knowledge right.
And this is the Sunshine Shoulders, man.
Nice to meet you, sir.
And he's the Philippines guy has really put me on. All right, man, no doubt.
With your wife.
But hey, but tell these.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to let that go, man. It wasn't going right. Um, I try to have a little organization and everything on my channel. It's not always a game, man. We be on here trying to educate one another. Remember, this is the fourth quarter. Yeah, he's driving a wagon. Yeah, he said, let him go home and work off that old English 800. Yeah, he's a cool guy. It's just that, I mean, I can't conduct an interview like that. I mean, it's all over the place. So we'll go to plan A, 1A. But yeah, that fight last night, it was last night here. It was a joke, man, to me. I mean, Mike Tyson, I'm looking for him to throw a punch. I'm like, well, damn, throw one punch, Mike. But he probably threw three punches the whole fight. I was disappointed. And they, 60 million, but that's America, man. We love to be distracted. But let's talk a little bit about some of the videos I made since the last time we talked. But before I go any further, since there's 79 people on here, I'm going to ask y'all to do me a favor. My son's mother, who lives in North Carolina, she sent me a message. Her mentor, the lady who helped her make the transition to America, was recently killed in a tragic hit and run accident in Tennessee. And the lady's body is still in the coroner's office. And the family here in the Philippines has been contacted. They got to make arrangements, for the funeral and to get her body back to the Philippines for burial and everything. And I believe they need $5,000. I'm not, asking y'all for the whole 5,000, but if you could help, I would appreciate it. If you look in my description, you'll see the Zelle account of her son. This lady did a whole lot, and this is all about that support group I tell you about that Filipinos have in America. And she was there for my son's mother, and she just knows that I've got a big audience, and a lot of my viewers are in America. So that's why I asked for the Zelle account, because they had Gcash, and I can get that Gcash too, if y'all need that. But let's help them out if we can. Once I get off of here, I've got Capital One, I've got a Zelle account. I'm going to send a few dollars. But if you want to help, there's no obligation. But if you want to help, look in my description for the Zelle account. Thank y'all. He said Tyson was moving like a mannequin. Yeah, he did it for the money. I mean, I would have fought Jake Paul for 20 million. I mean, don't get that twisted. I would have. Hey, Harry Shoulders, thanks for the super chat. He said a little immediate help. Zelle later. Yeah, if you could send it Zelle, because sending anything here won't get to them. YouTube takes 45%. What's that? Carrot? No. Honey, you're walking right in here. You're showing everything. Well, just go ahead. Take off all your damn clothes and stand in front of the camera. Okay? He said the seat next to me is, where you going? I love the China. You on the plane. But yeah, thank you, Harry Shoulders. Yes, he did do it for the money. What's up, Michael Beach of Life? If y'all could put this name put this in for me, Michael Beach of Life, because I can't do it while I'm talking. Michael, Michael, Backwell, Baquuial. That's the Zelle account. He lost in 2020. He said, Calvin, you were up against Jane, the Ultimate Filipina, tough competition, but she just ended. I made it to the party. Yeah, I think she's got a channel, but I can hardly understand her. She's all over the place. I wish her the best as far as success with her channel. Yeah, I don't think they get cash out, but that's what I asked, because I knew most of my viewers, Modoc, Rough Stock, are in America. But what I'll do is, after the live stream, if I get any more information, you can always look into the description. He said, I honestly don't want a woman. If I do make it over there to the Philippines, the last thing on my mind would be a beautiful Filipina. Yeah, well, Billy, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody says that. It's easy to say what you're going to do or what you're not going to do 8,000 miles. Okay, when a woman shows up at the airport, okay, then you talk to me with the booty shorts on, the skin tight, skinny jeans with that okay top, the long flowing hair, perfect skin, and all that. Then yeah, okay. If I had a dime for every man that said this, I'd be rich. So no, we won't play that game today. Oh, you're going home? Okay. Yeah. Come on, guys, hit the like button. He said, I really think Tyson had a leg injury. Yeah, but he said he wasn't going to use that as an excuse. I mean, it was just a scam, guys. We got scammed. Who wants to pay to see a 58-year-old man fight? I don't give a damn who it is. I mean, really. Okay, he's loading Zelle. Yeah, Zelle. And if anybody can put his name up, Michael, Michael, Backwell, Baquuial. Any help is appreciated. Yeah. He said, yeah, do whatever you want to with me. Whatever you want to do to me. And then we'll see what he's talking about, Jacob Tanjay. But I just put out a video today, actually to my members, the fourth quarter yesterday, about, the age of consent in the Philippines is 16. What does that mean for you? It means absolutely nothing. It means trouble for you. I put Marilyn's picture there as a prime example of needing an ID over here. Make sure she's who she says she is. Marilyn's 24 on that thumbnail, guys. She looks no more than 14 or 15 because they don't play that over here. You'll go to jail for a long time if you're lucky. He said, I'm sorry, but that's the first thing on my mind. Long form, black hair, beautiful olive eyes, and tan skin. Yeah. He said, man, I think Tyson was making a video to teach little children how to keep their hands to themselves. I think, Roger, because I'm shocked. I'm like, well, when is he going to throw a punch? He's just going like this the whole night. Is that a new dance? He's imitating Trump. That's Trump's dance he was doing last night. Yeah, he said, yeah, okay, Billy. Not the first thing, but definitely not the last. Yeah, he was imitating Trump's dance last night. Yeah, he said, what was with Tyson biting his glove? Man, I'm going to tell you, that was a joke. I mean, that's the thing about America, man. We can pull out some shit like that. People want to be distracted. They don't want to live in the real world. You're going to pay to see Mike Tyson, man. We want it to be food. Yeah, well, hell, Mike, he's getting paid $20 million. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. People pay for that, to see that. I'm not knocking Tyson. I'm knocking the whole event. That was like Tyson said, I'm not going to disrespect the game of boxing anymore and get into this ring. I'm going by what he said. The interview's on there. I did it for the money, he said. I'm thinking to pay my bills. He didn't say nothing about his age. Yeah. He said he's not going to get into the ring anymore. Yeah, there's the no, it's only one L. It's only one L. Harry Shoulders. Thanks for this, but it's only one L on that, guys, but that's it right there. He said the Trump dance. Yeah, that's all he was doing last night. I'm like, is he promoting Trump? What's he doing? Yeah, right. Oh, you mean Jake Paul? Man, Jake Paul. Now, Conor McGregor would probably hurt him. That's a whole different story. I see where John Jones is fighting tonight. Now, see, that would be something. If this guy's going to make, what did Jake Paul make? 40 million on that fight? If you're going to get 40 million for a fight, more than a regular fighter is going to make, by the way, who's been fighting his whole career, you get in there with somebody like John Jones, now I'll pay to see that ass whooping. John Jones will beat your ass. You telling me he fought Tyson. 20 years ago, Tyson was done. Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, well, what was it? 16 minutes. 2 minutes around, 14-ounce gloves. It was a marketing genius. I mean, that event. Yeah, that's hilarious, right? Nah, it's more than that, Mike. It's actually almost two. Okay, if he got 20 million for throwing 16 punches, hell, that's almost $1.5 million per punch. I mean, but he really looked funny last night. Oh yeah, here it is. Thank you, Michael Beach Life, for this. Yeah, to make a donation for Rosalia Jala Moret. There's a Zelle account, guys. Michael back. Well, let's help her, man. Because, Filipinos very seldom reach out uh, for help from me like that. And she's part of that support group over there. She helped my son's mother tremendously, and she was tragically killed. Her husband had already died because I believe she lived in North Carolina at first. Then when her husband died, she moved to Tennessee and was killed in the tragedy. She was 60, I want to say 69 years old, 68 or 69, in a hit and run, by the way. Coward took off, and they're just trying to get her body out of the coroner's office, something like what happened with John, and help get her body back over here to the Philippines. Whatever we can do. Hell, if we raise $100, we're helping. If we raise $50, we're helping. I said I would, I would do it as a favor to her. She's a good woman, and everybody needs some help. Once in their life. Angelo says, I didn't watch the fight. I was too busy watching Cobra Kai. Yeah, well, you got to entertain more. Here's Tyson like this. He's doing the Trump dance. The whole night, me and Merlin's like, throw a damn punch, man. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. The bank is asking for an email. I asked them for an email because I've got a Zelle account, and that's usually what they ask for. If anybody's watching from, and maybe, like I said, after the live stream, Jeffrey, just hold that thought. If I can get an email associated with that account, because I surely asked for it. I kind of figured that. He says, has anyone been able to send the Zelle? And I appreciate y'all's consideration. He said, I fell asleep after the third round. It was a boring fight, so disappointed. I was too, man, to be honest, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I was looking for Tyson, but Tyson said it's not in me anymore. I'm not an animal anymore. But he didn't say all of that before the fight. He says, I'm a born killer. This guy's manufactured, to build it up, slaps the guy. Hell, he threw more punches in the damn pre-fight weigh-in than he did in the actual fight. Yeah, well, he did his job, Passport X. Yeah, they're not going to fight. John Jones fights tonight in the MMA, and, Jake Paul he's a marketing genius. That's why he got, 20 million subscribers. But you don't see people pushing back at him. All that money he made, 40 million. But if you're a vlogger in the Philippines, they want to pocket watch you. How much money is he getting? Look at his super chats and all of that. Here's a guy who made $40 million, a YouTuber, by the way, with 20 million subscribers. You think he's going to get rid of his account just to prove that he can go without YouTube? How stupid are people? But that's what we put up with over here. Yeah, but that wouldn't even be, he's too big for Conor McGregor. I mean, what does he want? Conor McGregor. See, that's why I don't take him serious. Why would he want to fight Conor McGregor? I would more than likely see him want to fight Anthony. What's the guy's name? Anthony, that's just lost. Was a heavyweight champion before. Fight him. Hey, Clyde Horn, thanks for the super chat. He said, thank you for all you do. Yeah, the fight did Tyson no favors. Sad to see. Yeah, Joshua. Yeah, Anthony Joshua. Let him fight him there. That would be a good, that would be a good fight right there. Hey, the Sigma Enigma. He said, hey, Cal, I can't wait for next year's workout video. Your insurance advice leveled me up. Truly grateful, brother. Thanks for looking out. Thanks for that super chat, man. Yeah, if I could help, man, either over here or some real life stuff like I helped you, man. I'm glad I was able to inspire you to get into that insurance business. This gentleman here, he had said, man, how did you end up in the Philippines? And I told him about my insurance renewals, and he got excited about that. Just like I did when the guy told me. I was like, you mean if I go and make a sale, they'll pay me for so many years after that? He said, yeah, that's how the people in the insurance business get rich. And he, to his credit, he took the advice and ran with it. He's a licensed insurance agent. What state are you in, Sigma Enigma? And he's earning money, man. He didn't say, oh, you're not in the insurance business. Why are you giving that information? Because I see that happening to people on YouTube right now. Okay. There's a guy, I believe he's some in the manosphere or something, and he's saying don't date single mothers, but he's dating a single mother. Well, they're tearing him up and calling him a hypocrite. I'll take his channel down and all that. And I'm like, well, if he's giving, because there was guys in the comments taking up for him. Say, hey, he's giving good information. It's one of them do as I say, not as I do. You know what the preachers do. Deacon Clap Cheeks is screwing everybody, but he's trying to give you good information on Sunday. But yeah, thank you, Sigma Enigma, and congratulations, man. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I tell you, there's a sucker born every minute. I promise you, I would have fought Jake Paul. I mean, I would have really fought him for 20 million. Y'all understand? But of course, Tyson's name is what, made that fight. He should have received the 40 million, not Jake Paul. But I guess if Jake Paul is going to put up all the money and everything, but it would be better if he fought somebody. You see how big Jake Paul is? He's a heavyweight. Fight this guy, because this guy's old, even though he's still, active. He's over the hill. He said, Matt, where do you finish? I believe somewhere in South Carolina. Yeah. There were people who paid $2 million to sit at ringside. Yeah. In VIP. Yeah. I'm just saying we want to be distracted in America, man. That's the thing that really trips me out, man. I was watching something in the news today. There's a quarterback. He's the #1 rated player in American quarterback. He's already committed to LSU, but Michigan is now saying we're gonna give him $10.5 million to come and play for us. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money, man. They're gonna give him a $10.5 million NIL deal, which he's gonna earn the university a lot more than that if he, keeps up his end of the bargain. But I'm just saying. But you can't get a teacher. You can't give them a 5% raise. They had to go on strike across the country in America for 5%. And I don't even think they got the 5%. Okay, he finishes Friday. Wow. Man, that was a long trip. Man, you ought to come on my live stream, man, and talk about that. But we've been following you all through, man. Tell us about some of your experiences, man, some of your near misses and all of that. Man, it would be an honor to have you on here, man. This guy walked cross country. Where did you start? Oregon? I believe he started in Oregon, and he's finishing up Friday in South Carolina. See, I can respect what you're doing, Matt, because I walked from here to Dumagetti, and it kicked my behind. I mean, really. He's walking over almost 3,000 miles. I walked about 100. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, yeah, that TikTok dance he did. This is what him and Trump. Somebody needs to make that. If you're good on the video, so Trump is sort of like this, and Mike is like this. I believe you'd have did better, Robert, than Tyson. Yeah. He said, yeah, did you see what Colorado did? Yeah, they kicked their behind. You got to give credit where credit is due. You know, we talked about this before. It really helped them when they moved into the Big 12, but you can only play who's in front of you. And you got to tip your hat to Colorado. But, you know, sports is like, what have you done for me lately? You can go undefeated. Look at the guy at Indiana. Now, watch. If he can't keep that up, you got to understand that the Cincinnati Bengals, they were just in the Super Bowl how many years ago? Just a few short years ago. Now they're ready to fire their coach. Crazy, right? I mean, it's really crazy. He said, you going to Thailand after that? Okay, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, he said, I remember when it was against the rules to pay the players, but they paid them anyway. I remember one of the best friends I've ever had. We grew up since kindergarten. His name was Manuel Forrest. He was Mr. Basketball. Well, he should have been Mr. Basketball, but he played in one too many All-Star games our senior year, and it was a big bidding war for him. He made the Super Five. Back in those days, 1981, they had a list of the top 5 players in the country. He made the list. Michael Jordan didn't make it, believe it or not. And they paid him, man. You know, he was just as poor as we was. But his senior year, he had a new Lincoln Continental. You know, they gave his mother a lot of money. You know, well, he's not gonna fight anybody like that. He said he should fight Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez would kill him. He should fight at least a middle of the road guy who's still young and still active. I get it. Mike Tyson's name drew all that attention, and people were wondering. They know, but you already know in your mind. You're fooling yourself. This is what we do. You already know the outcome, but you're hoping and wishing and praying that a 58-year-old Mike Tyson could actually compete against this 27-year-old guy. He said 8 rounds was just too much. I think Tyson could have made it good in 2 to 4 rounds. Tyson won that first round. Yeah, what he throw? Two punches the first round, one for the last 7 rounds. It was retarded, honestly. Yeah, $1 million for Jake Paul's boxing shorts, the most expensive boxing shorts in history. But hell, I would have did that. You're making 40 million. That's a tax write-off. Honestly, yeah. But his senior year, he was bad. But yeah, you're right. And all that is just um, all the more ratings and stuff. There's money behind that. But they were paying them back then. It's just now that don't you think they should be paid? I think they should. No, I know what you're saying. Jake is not going to fight Canelo. Canelo would kill him. I mean, literally kill him. He needs to fight a middle of the road fighter. Tyson's too old. Anthony Joshua would be a good fight for him. Or somebody, who else could he fight? I would say even fight, what's the guy who fought for a long time in his 40s? Oh, shit, my man, I can't think. Yeah. We just had to see the bearded lady and werewolf boy. It's curiosity, man. We love that stuff. What's up, Brandon? He said, yeah, and Andy Ruiz or somebody like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're talking. Now people really be like, well, who is this Jake Paul? Other than, you know, this YouTube sensation. Yeah, Tyson was that was bad. I mean, but you know, would you turn down 20 million? He said, yeah, coach has been getting played. The players deserve it too. Absolutely. I've never figured that one out. It's okay to pay a coach 10 million a year, but you better not give the players anything over their per diem for eating and all that. That's foolishness. But every player's not getting paid. It's only the superstars, the ones that's putting the butts in the seats. Shador Sanders has the highest now. It's 5.6 million. They're going to pay this guy a record number if he comes to Michigan, 10.5 million. I mean, with money like that, that's probably more than his rookie contract in the pros is going to be. In football, you know, they changed it. You got to earn it now. They probably would have gave him a big signing bonus, but hell, 10.5 million. Yeah, well, that whole Big 12 stinks, man. Don't. But I'm not going to take any, you know, because you got haters on here. They'll come at you if you don't, you know. Everybody's supposed to root for Dion. I'm just saying, I give him his flowers from 4-8 last year to 8-2 now. Look, you know, they're a lot better than they were. But it helps that they're in that weak ass Big 12 too. But you can only play who's in front of you. But they'll say you're a hater for saying facts. You know, when you get in a bowl game, remember that saying, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. See, you can't win in sports. If he goes up against an SEC power like LSU or somebody like that, Missouri, or, you know, God forbid, Alabama, in a bowl game and they get the shit kicked out of them, they're going to say, oh, it was a fluke. See, you can't win in sports, man. You know, but it's whatever you done for me lately. They won, and everybody that won today, you're only as good as your last victory. So all the victors today in sports, you know, they're celebrating, they're partying. But then it starts all over again next Saturday. That's just how it is. I didn't make the rules. What's up, King Solomon? He said, hey, Cal, would you consider bringing Paul back if he brings his wife on? Your interactive sessions are very interesting. I just think that he's too excited for some reason today. Like he's been drinking or something. I don't know. It's like um, I can't have that conversation today. You know, maybe some other time, but not today. The Sigma Enigma, thanks for that super chat. He said, serving Maryland and Texas, we outperform 90% of competitors with unbeatable pricing and tailored solutions. He said, a lot of people were pissed off about the fight. Was that pay-per-view? I hope not. No, it was streamed on Netflix. But a lot of people bought Netflix for 1 month to watch that. No, I'm not going to argue with you about Dion. They've got a great program. What I did last year, I don't hate on anybody. The pie is big enough. I was hating on all the hype. It's like, okay, why is everybody so excited? Why they make a big deal out of everything? And, you know, this is where me as a black man, I'm supposed to be monolithic. I'm supposed to go along with it too. When I've been playing football, watching football my whole life, playing sports, So what happens when they lose? We saw that Secrets of Success. You were cricket. And that's the whole thing about sports. Now when they win, you jump back out of the bushes. There I am. Look, I told you. Okay. I don't hate on anybody. You don't know me that well. Yeah, he was lit. Something was going on. And he was all over the place. I can't have that on my channel. Not today. He said, I'm trying to get out there, but I found out I got to have 10,000 on my visa in the bank. Where? The Philippines? Who gave you that information? All these broke ass people showing up in the Philippines. He said, at least Tyson lasted 8 rounds. Well, I mean, anybody could do that. Come on, man. That was a scam, K. Dallas, man. I mean, Tyson didn't do nothing. That was nuts. Tyson showed me absolutely nothing. 2-minute rounds. You had that 3-minute in there. It's a big difference. 14-ounce gloves. Tyson's a trained boxer. For $20 million, I wasn't impressed. Okay, I'm impressed with that marketing and promotion that they did in order to draw that much money. No, it was 8 rounds. It was 8 rounds. Yeah, I mean, he's still in great shape. He's in no better shape than I am. I'm in better shape than Tyson. But I'm not going to take nothing away from Tyson. I'm not taking anything away from Tyson. I'm saying that was a scam. And anybody wants to push back on that, okay, that's your opinion. If you have any half a brain left, you knew Tyson wasn't going to do nothing, man. He's 58. Yeah, we'll set that up for some other time, Paul. I appreciate you understanding. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Joseph. He said Tyson's best punch was the slap at the weigh-in, which Jake Paul took a slap to the face for $40 million. And he didn't look like nothing. I mean, we're only talking about Tyson. This fool looked like nothing either. He didn't get he didn't earn $40 million either. Yeah, I guess with setting it all up, he looked pitiful. It would have been different if he'd have beat Tyson's ass and knocked him down and all of that. But it was a no-win situation for him. I mean, you know. Okay, I don't know. He said, can you tell me how to apply for a visa to reinstate? I finally got your YouTube and I seen your video park place and I seen your rental house. Okay. So what are you saying? I don't understand your situation, Raymond Smith. You don't need to apply for a visa. If you're from America with a name like Raymond Smith, you probably are. If you have a valid passport with at least 6 months remaining before it expires, you need no visa. U.S. is a non-visa country in the Philippines. Yeah, it was a scam, man. He was celebrating, yeah. I'm just saying that was a nice payday. But now that we're on payday, see, when I made the video, which we talk about this all the time, paying for everything, every day, all the time, you get a pushback on that, right? You get a pushback on that. And hey, Paul, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'll hear, please. What are you saying? You're here? Thanks for that super chat. I don't understand what you're saying. I think, you've had a little bit too much to drink, man. That's all I'm saying. He said Jake walked around the ring with his hands down. He was tired, man. I know I've been there. I know. But the problem is he didn't give us $60 million worth. 40 million for him and 20 million for Tyson. He says, I'm here. Yeah, I understand, man. You know, let's do it on Tuesday. I'll let you come on Tuesday, man. But it just started out wrong. The rhythm's messed up. With me, I need that rhythm, man. It was just, I mean, the minute I brought you on, you're screaming at the screen and, you didn't let me, set it up properly. And I can tell, man, I drank for 20 some odd years. I drank from the time I was 12 till I was 34. Okay, I know when somebody's had too much to drink. I'm going to give him a chance, man, okay? He said he was celebrating beating a 59-year-old man. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though, guys. I got to understand something about Jake Paul. He's got to play that role, okay? But let me say now that I got 138 people on here, let me make this announcement again. We need some help. A lady by the name of Miss Rosalia Jala Moret, Filipina, living in America. I believe is it Johnsontown, Tennessee? Hold on. She was killed in a tragic hit and run accident. And I was asked to ask my viewers and subscribers if we could help. Her body is in the coroner's office, and the family doesn't have the money. Okay. So of course we can't pay the whole 5,000. Whatever we give is going to help. Okay. We put up the Zelle account. The Zelle account is Michael Bacquiel, Michael. Last name Bacquiel, Baquiuial. That's the Zelle account. After the live stream, if you have a problem, I'm going to try to get the email or maybe the Gcash account. You're not obligated, ladies and gentlemen, but they reached out to me. Her friend reached out to me, which is my son's mother, and said, "Hey, could you just, ask your subscribers for help?" And I am. Hey, Paul, he said, "Can my family talk? I'm home." Thanks for that super chat, man. Let's do it Tuesday, man. It's just not the right time today. And you got my word. I'll send you the link. It'll be Monday night your time, Tuesday here. I'm going to give him a chance Tuesday. He said the best part of the fights was the two fights prior to Tyson Paul. Yeah, that's what I was told. See, I didn't watch the ladies fight. They said they gave them the money, your money's worth. Yeah, but see, you don't need that, man. You're talking about a SRV, okay? You don't need an SRV to come over here. And you didn't talk to immigration, you talked to immigration services. Immigration is not going to tell you that they can set you up with a permanent residency because you really don't go to immigration. The application does. It goes to the Philippine Retirement Association. Okay? But you don't need, have you been here before? But you don't need a permanent resident. How old are you? First of all. Hey, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Harry Shoulders, there's the Zelle account, guys. Zelle is not the last name. $1, $2, it doesn't matter, man. Let's help them out if we can. Oh. You don't need that. Hey, Paul, what's going on, man? I think you're drinking too much, man. I'm gonna bring you on Tuesday. You don't have to keep sending these super chats. Thanks for the super chat. I'm bringing you on Tuesday, and we'll talk and all of that stuff, man. Okay? He said, I just found your channel, and I've been quoting some of your words of wisdom almost every day. I'm in Thailand. A lot of newbies are making the same mistakes here. Thanks for trying to help people, man. Thank you so much, man. I mean, it really means a lot to me because I told you I was going to be on here as long as my videos and information are relevant. And so many people are coming to the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and just, leaving their rat race. I think I give good information, but it's all about me, really. It's just about what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. You're going to see something different, but you'll never be able to say I'm lying because no matter how much pushback I got, I always ask the people, well, show me where I'm lying. Show me that when you pay for everything every day, all the time, that doesn't get old. See, I don't believe men really understand what they're walking into over here. They think, oh, it's easy. I've got a woman and this and that. I'm going to take care of my woman. Yeah, but you can't work over here. It's the reason, number one reason why men go broke over here. Just the money you're spending out is more than what you're bringing in. Eventually, your math won't be mathing. The math ain't mathing. But they think, oh, they see, I just need a woman. I just need to release this pent up frustration. I need to do it now. And then after 3 or 4 months, where everything, a lollipop, you're doing it. Everything over and over and over. Now, if you got it like that, you're still going to get tired of it. But I made the video to inform guys to say, hey, look, do you really understand what dating is over here? Because one of the guys in the comments said something. He's like, I can't be dating a woman who doesn't have a job or doesn't have anything. And I was like, well, you may want to think again about dating over here because a lot of the women that we deal with, I'm being honest, on those dating sites, they're not independent women. They're looking for somebody to take care of them. I don't think you really understand because we're so thirsty. We're so lonely, man. We've been isolated, the pandemic and all that. You're willing to pay anything to get over here. But once you empty your sack, remember there's something called a post-nut analysis. And now you'd be happy, you're like, oh, it's too much. Let me get out of here. He said, just go to the bar and pay a girl's bar fan. Well, see, to me, that's nasty. I won't do that. But that is a solution. But it's nasty to me. When my, you don't know when the woman, she was with somebody 5 minutes ago and all that. Hey, Paul, come on, man. Can I ask you, don't send any more super chats, man. Thank you for the super chats, man. Just understand where I'm coming from. You don't have a channel. You don't have a live stream, man. It's all about the rhythm. It didn't start out right. So if I bring you on here now, it's really going to be screwed up. I'm not even going to know what to ask you. But I really appreciate your support, man. And you got my word. I'm going to bring you on here Tuesday, which will be Monday your time. But, you don't have to do that. Yeah, he said, what? Yeah, I don't want that. Some guys don't care about that. I'm not being a bar fan. And women don't, it's not like they take a whole shower after they fool with you, Frank. They go in there and use that little dipper and pour it on their damn hot ass coochie and keep going. That's hungry to me. I'm not going to do it. But you're still paying. That's your number one expense over here. And guys, they pushing back on, oh, I don't pay this and that. Yeah, well, Kaz just came back. Kaz is on here now. He just came back from a trip. He took his girlfriend with him, so he got to pay extra. Okay, it doesn't matter if she loves him for real or not. Because we always want to have that discussion, but we don't want to have the other discussion. Because it doesn't matter. You still got to pay. And it makes the Philippines more expensive than what it actually is. Because it took me a long time. I couldn't figure it out. The first time I really spent big money over here was when I was with my son's mother. I spent $7,000 in 2 months. And when I came back, I was like, well, damn, I thought the Philippines is supposed to be cheaper than America. Not only did I bring my spending habits over here, but I got a woman with me. So I'm spending like crazy, man. I'm spending like crazy. So I'm sharing my experience with you to try to help you. Your money's going to fly out of your pockets, man, over here. I don't think you really understand that. Yeah, that's real nasty. Paying for a lady in the bar. Find you a good, clean woman. Yeah, I don't. But that is a solution. You can't talk about the problem without giving a solution too. Or you could just be single. But most men who come over here, just like the guy said earlier, oh, I'm not going to have a woman. I'm not worried about that. If you're able to really do that, you're going to get off to a good start. What are you doing? And your money's going to last a whole lot longer. Your budget's going to be smaller. But who's going to do that? A lot of guys will look at you and say, well, what's the point? I'm saying, like I've always said, my message hasn't changed. Build your world first and then put a woman in the middle of that. You don't have to worry about having a woman. We put the cart before the horse. We make her the number one priority. That should never be your number one priority. Moving overseas as a woman is going to mess up. I'm going to tell you, man, if I hadn't seen just about every horror story you can see, and men just continue to make the same mistakes over and over, coming over here just spending tremendous amounts of money on these houses and stuff like that, it's depressing, really. But I know that I can let go and be like, okay, these are grown men, but why do y'all keep making the same mistakes over and over? You don't even know these women. I was watching a video yesterday, and the guy, he bought a house. Okay, he's over the moon because the people let him buy the house for less than what it was listed, right? And I'm thinking to myself, man, you know nothing. Don't you realize those people are happy to get rid of their house in that subdivision? You know how hard it is to sell those houses in those subdivisions? Okay? And I think he ended up spending like $6 million or something. I'm like, and the woman that is either his girlfriend or his wife, it's like, dude, the house that she came out of probably cost $2,000. What are you thinking? Crazy, man. He said, hey, Calvin, wouldn't it be better to just date them? Is that an option? But there's no dating over here for foreigners, man. Do you think a young lady's going to lay down with you and give you herself, for nothing, man? It doesn't work like that over here. People don't understand that these dating sites and everything like that are business. This is a big time business. You know the millions and millions, billions of pesos that are coming in here from relationships. Billions of pesos. Okay. It's a give and take. It's a transactional thing. Okay. It doesn't matter. Even if she loves you and she's really into you, it's one way you're giving out. Nothing's coming back. You can't work over here. It'd be a difference because guy says, "Oh, my wife didn't uh, work at home." Well, you were working. You had a job over there. So when you go broke, you got your job to go back and earn more money. Over here, you just got your pension. And you don't need a return ticket when you're home. Okay? I told you that the guy is, he's asking me for help. I say, "Oh, hey, if you want to come on the channel and tell these people your story, they'll help you." He's overstayed for a long, long time. Okay? But I said, "Yeah, I'm not going to ask on your behalf. And I certainly don't have the money to give you. I don't know how much you owe." He doesn't even know how much he owes. But we come over here, man. We dealing with these young women. We don't really know what we're getting into. And then, it starts feeling good. You like it. Because if you don't hear anything else on this live stream for the rest of the time, you hear this. If you come over here, you pay them damn immigration fees before you pay anything else. It's so cheap. About $28 a month. And with the dollar being as strong as it is now, there's no excuse for you to be overstaying over here. Okay? The Philippines isn't going anywhere. There's no shame in going home, recouping your money, and coming back. She's not going anywhere. And if she does, find somebody else. But don't overstay here, guys. There's no excuse for that. Excuse me. That's why, I be trying to tell guys suggest to guys, because y'all grown men. You can do whatever you want to do. And they come over here on a one-way ticket or onward ticket. Are you stupid? You don't know what's going to go on over here. See, that's a piece of information I'm not going to give you. We waste a lot of money, man. I talked about on one of my interviews, on one of my videos, what the money we just throw away. Because they say, "Well, Cal, I'm never coming back." Yeah, you're coming back. We all come back. We all come back. But you buy a round trip ticket and then you overstay. Or you buy a one-way ticket with an onward ticket and you don't use the onward ticket. You're just throwing away money. What's up, Thomas? Yeah, that's it. They ain't doing nothing. No. See, here's what I'm saying, Rashad. Let me read his comment because you must not have been listening. He said, "The only pushback I have is your opinion on having your foreign wife work when she gets back to the States. My foreign wife will be a housewife only, not a matrix with an exotic look." Okay. I said that you can't talk about the problem, Rashad, without talking about a solution too. My solution to being tired of spending, and paying all the time was when I took my wife over there, she got a good job over there. That took the pressure off me. See, it's easy to talk about what you're not doing. It's easy to say that you're 8,000 miles away. You don't have a woman over here. You're not in that situation. And this is the thing with guys. Okay, right now you're an armchair bro. That's what you are. And what you have to understand is when you come over here and she's waiting at the airport and they play that the script plays out, you're gonna have a different story to tell. It's easy to sit back and nitpick. I'm just a messenger. That was one of the solutions, though. One of the solutions is stay single or take her back to your country so she can get a job and help you. I don't know, man. That's not the type of service uh, that I do. I don't have a service, Raymond. I'm sorry. He says, can you give those landlords my phone number and can you give me the direct people to talk to about reinstating a visa? Because maybe I'm talking to the wrong people. I'm gonna say this one more time. You don't need a visa over here. If you're trying to get a, I don't understand what you're talking about reinstating a visa anyway. What are you talking about? If you get a permanent resident visa, you pay what, once a year or something. But you don't need a visa. You can do all of that yourself when you get over here. Why are you trying to do business in the why are you conducting Filipino business in America? Is what I'm saying. I was giving another guy that same advice. Don't do that, man. What's stopping you from coming over here, Raymond? Is what I'm asking. You don't need a visa to get into the Philippines. Yeah, but y'all got to understand, man, it's a different situation over here. We always say that. We always say that. And it's true, though, but to what extent, man? If you're okay with it, then it's no big deal. But a lot of guys don't know what they're stepping into because we conveniently leave that out. Okay? They take for granted, because you would be shocked at how little we know about the Philippines, Philippine paradise. We're giving men too much credit. You think that you really know. You really think that they know what they're getting into over here. They have no idea. Okay, there's a typhoon up in northeastern Luzon now. Well, really like central Luzon, the Bicol region, and also eastern Visayas. This is I want to say, their sixth storm in 1 month. But yet it's sunshining out here right now where I live. But they think all the Philippines are getting hit with these natural disasters and stuff. You can come to the Philippines and don't have to deal with that. Okay? We know very little about this place. Well, see, here's the thing, Ron. He said, so either I stay single or I hook up with them off the bat. If you're going to come to the Philippines and you're going to date, then you're going to court. You got to court the lady. If you got that kind of patience, okay, you can date them. I mean, but you're going to want to get into panties. That's what you're talking about. The only reason that you're able to get a one night stand over here because of what you are, not who you are, but what you are. You're a foreigner and what you have to offer. Otherwise, they're traditional over here. They're conservative. If you come over here, man, there's no telling you when she'll answer you. When she'll say, okay, you're the one for me. And then it's about marriage. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're not in America. You're bringing that attitude over here and thinking, well, it's supposed to work in here. It's like trying to cram a square box in a round hole, man. A square block, rather. You don't understand, man. We only represent about 4% of the population of America, but we think everything works the same way around the world as it does at home. It doesn't. What are you talking about dating? Man, you know, the biggest red flag of this pay for play thing and pay is she's gonna wait for you at that airport and you're gonna go straight to the hotel and jump into bed with her. That lets you know she's expecting something in return. These women aren't just whores over here. They're not. I'm just telling you the truth. They're not. It's a give and take. The women on the dating site want you to take care of them. They're not independent. You got something they want, and they know that they've got something you want. See, that's what I read an article last night because that's how I came up with this topic today about a weapon of mass seduction. sex is still being used to manipulate and control relationships. Because I just Googled, I said, who needs sex more, men or women? I was just curious. So then a lot of articles came up. And one that came up was that sex is used as a bargaining tool. And I thought, well, man, because people think, oh, when they come over here, they get a traditional wife. They don't have to deal with that. No, it's worldwide. Okay. But in the article, and I put it in the description, that's where I got that weapon of mass seduction. Because they talked to a lady in there. And they asked her, they said, do you still bargain with your boyfriend or your husband for sex? She said, absolutely. If I want something, or I want something paid for, if I want to go on a trip or something, I may tell him, if you do this, you may get lucky tonight. And then she says, by me, attending to his needs and everything, I deserve something for that. And I was like, wow, it's 2024. They're saying this right out front. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what makes a woman think that she can do that? What makes her think that her pussy is more valuable than my dick? What makes her think that, one is no good without the other, but for some reason we convince women that they're more valuable. What? Who? She didn't? Oh, wow. Well, the Miss Universe was tonight, and Chelsea Manalo didn't make the top 12. I don't know I didn't watch it, but I'm pretty sure I'll see the highlights. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt too, because I thought she had a good chance to win that. But Miss Universe is on. It will be tonight, Saturday night in America. We're in Mexico. And it's 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock over here in the Philippines. But they said she didn't make the top 12. I'm shocked about that. But anyway, what has become of society? I'm trying to find out, where did that start? That a woman's is vagina is more valuable than a man, where she can, play those games and bargain. And are we thirsty? I mean, what's going on, guys? That's what the thing's about. They said, okay, well, wait a minute. What food's coming over on a one-way ticket? Man, you would be shocked. Everybody. He said, seriously? That's how these dudes be getting got. Yeah, that's what's going on, Brandon. Honestly. There's not a day goes by that I don't get somebody say, hey, where can I get an onward ticket? Do I need a round trip ticket? I'm like, dude, are you crazy? Are you really crazy, right? But what makes a woman think that? Okay, how long has it been going on? I wrote some questions down here. I really didn't deep dive because I forgot I was expecting Paul to come on. And I was going to save it to Tuesday. But now I've flipped it over. Who needs sex more, men or women? Is that what they're saying? Are they taking advantage of the way nature planned it? Because a woman hits that wall, she can get menopause and she don't want it anymore. I'm 61. Most 61-year-old women, they've lost interest in sex. So what am I supposed to do? Just go without it? He said, Calvin, can you explain why we come back to America? Is it because we run out of money, health, or something? Well, just because it's where you're from. Okay, unless you unfortunately die here. I would say if there's no way of really finding out what the percentage is, but I guarantee it's a high percentage of men who eventually go back home. And money has a lot to do with it. Health has a lot to do with it. Family and friends. Just the fact that you don't want to be disconnected from your family and friends and your support and just Home is home, man. It's the same anywhere, okay? I told you I've got a friend, he's a Filipino guy. He just came from Australia after 38 years. And when I asked him, I said, so why'd you come back? He said, because I want to be home. I want to retire at home. I was watching a blogger the other day. He's in Texas. I think he normally lives in Japan. He said something that resonated with me. He's like, even though I don't want to be back home and I'm going to be home for a short while, it's good to be somewhere where I feel like I belong. I feel like I fit in. This is where I belong. And home's always going to be pulling at you, DT. It's not like you failed. A lot of guys voluntarily go home. When I first moved to St. Carlos City, I met a gentleman. He was retired from the Air Force, had a beautiful life over here, beautiful wife. They had been here in St. Carlos for 10 years, built a beautiful house and everything. But they were on their way back to the United States. And I asked him, I said, so why? Long before Sunshine Shoulders. He said, because I think being away from home 10 years is long enough. He said, even though I went home every year, I said, just long enough, I want to go back home. And I just think that's the decision most people eventually make. There's one guy over here who said he's living here now. Him and his wife, they're the same age. I want to say they're 64 or something, but they're the same age. American, Filipino. He said, when we get 70, we're moving back to America, because of, there's more chance that we're going to need our health care back there than we do now. But everybody eventually goes back home unless you die over here. He said, Raymond, you can't own land in the Philippines. You're right. He said, yeah. What's up, brother Cal? He said, so many people jumping out of the plane without a parachute with a smile on their face. Yeah. Yeah, you don't miss the immigration money. I usually use that trip to have a nice lunch and enjoy my girl. Yeah, that's what I do. I could easily go to Bacolod. I go to Dumaguete. It's just so cheap. Man, if you overstay here, you deserve whatever you get. I mean, there's no pussy in the world worth that, man. For me to be losing sleep at night, are they gonna knock on the door looking for me? And you know what I'm saying, guys. That's just being irresponsible. He said, yeah, real talk, Cal. I grew up in a household where both my parents worked. I told her this from jump. I'm bringing her and our son to America in 2025. We just got approved. Hey, congratulations, man. And you're going to see the release you get, because now she's going to have an opportunity to serve. She's going to be out there working, earning her own money. And most women that go over there, man, they don't run off. There's some risks that you take, but it helps. She's going to run off. She's going to run off over here. She ain't going to wait till you get over there. And there's a lot of red flags that you would see anyway, Doyle and May, if you look for them. He said, let Raymond call you for a consultation. Yeah, just put my email up there because I can't answer his questions on here. I would have to, that's a great idea, because I'd have to look at him face to face and really hear what he's saying, because he's kind of confused. You don't need if you're in America and a lot of these non-visa countries, you don't need a visa to come over here. Okay, and I would come over here first, Raymond, and see if I like it before I start talking about getting an SRV. And that's to anybody. I mean, they get off the plane signing for SRVs. I'm like, well, why, man? You don't even know if you're going to like the place. But they do it anyway. Yeah, he's confused. Oh, okay. He said, sounds like he's talking about bringing the woman to America. Not with 10,000. 10,000 is one of the SRVs. Making a $10,000 deposit, then it's one for 20,000, then it's one for 1,500. Now I don't know what it is for the Balikbayan, for the Filipino who's coming back, who's been naturalized in another country. See, there's 4 of them, and they can come back. I don't know what what the requirements are there. He said, guys, if you're not healthy and have ample money, it's best you just visit the fields. It's a tough place. It can be, but we're still on planet Earth, guys. We're not living like the typical Filipino over here. Because when I made the video, I'm 61, I didn't save enough for my retirement, which is absolutely true. Somebody said, well, can't you live off $3,000 a month in America? I said, I'm sure I can, but I would scrape by. I would go back to work. If I'm in America, I'm not going to scrape back. But over here, I live comfortably. Okay? I couldn't convince my wife of that. She had been to America. She saw that over there. She fell in love with it. I don't have a problem with that. But I think one of the reasons was her idea of living in the Philippines and mine were 2 different things. She had too many different memories about it, but we don't live anywhere like the typical, the masses over here. It can be a tough place if you don't have enough money. Yeah, and you're sick. Anywhere, hell, home is going to be a bad place. But I think the Philippines gets a bad knock, man. We're still on planet Earth. If you go to BGC, IT Park, and all that stuff, man, you're going to see this. We're not living in the 1800s, guys. I don't know what Philippines they talk about when they say that. Whatever you're doing at home, you can do over here. Whatever they got in America, man, they got over here. Okay? But if you're just going to concentrate on the bad stuff, I'm not, because I'm not going to lay down in squalor. I'm not going to be without anything. Okay? And that's the problem. You watching these videos, you see how these guys live. Well, that's the choice they made. I'm not going to live in a half-finished house way in the province because I can do it on $500 a month. If you got money, man, you can live just as good here as you do at home. I'm a living example. I live better here than I do in America. Okay? You're right, though. This is common sense. That's anywhere, though. You think if you're not in good health and you don't have ample money that it's as good as Thailand's supposed to be, that it's not going to be a tough place, Ryan? It is. And Thailand is their utopia. But you go over there in bad health without enough money, it's going to be a tough place. But I think people get it wrong about the Philippines, okay? I live better here than I did at home. Absolutely better. There's no question about it. And I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm not selling any dreams. I'm saying me, because I've got certain standards. I'm not going to go lower than, okay? But it took me a while to work up to this level. But you want to listen to those channels that just beat the Philippines to death about the negative. Man, I can do that anywhere I go. Okay, I can do that anywhere I go. He said the dollar's up to 59 pesos, so it's a good time to travel. Oh man, when I started, let me see. When I started the live stream, it was 58.73. Let's see what it is. Well, in the Philippines anyway. Let's see what it is. I'm glad you said that. Let me see. It's still 58.73. It's still 58.73. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's all about location, and standards. Some guys want to be a cheap Charlie. That's what they want to be. Oh, it's okay, Paul. He said, me and Izzy had a long day at work. My bad. Thanks for that super chat. Yeah, I'll bring you on, man, Tuesday. I got you. Yeah, he said the world is one place. Thank you, Ralston. And people don't seem to understand that. He said, I'm thinking of returning to Jamaica because of the ease of living. I just say enjoy where you are. When we do all this comparing and all that, man, I don't care where I live, man. I'm gonna get it done because I'm not gonna live below my standards, man. I mean, below my means is different, but below my standards, no. He said, Uncle was earning out that at one time. I was, but I was mentally and physically burnt. Rashard Smith, that money ain't gonna do you no good. It got to the point where I didn't even want to go to work. Eventually, I wasn't gonna be earning nothing. You know, I'm saying that even though I earned over 200,000 for 2 years, 2009, 2010. The rest it was somewhere like 110, 120, like that in the insurance business. Okay, and you gotta realize when you take taxes off of that, and I got a family of it was me, my wife, our 4 daughters, and our son of 7. I was living good, but I'm living just as good over here because of less stress, man. Okay, that goes a long way. I mean, I got a brand new house. This house is only 3 years old. It's paid for. There's no mortgage. And I know I don't own the land or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Okay, I've been over here long enough to know the ropes. But I'm just saying my state of mind, my spirit, man, is at ease over here. But it doesn't matter. I could be in Thailand. Give me a few months, couple of years. I'm on top in Thailand. I just got tired of working. I was working twice as hard to maintain my lifestyle. I got burnt out. You got to realize I started working at 10 years old for real, selling candy door to door. I didn't stop working until I came here to the Philippines at 55 years old. That's 45 years, 38 years of filing taxes up until then. That's a long time, man. And see, Jacob Turner did something about the triangle death. See, for me, it's real. The thugs, the stress, and the police. I can't speak for nobody else. For who I am in America, that's real. One of them was going to get me. The police already bum rushed my house and damn near gave me a nervous breakdown. Okay? I'm pretty sure y'all know that story. They had the wrong house. The SWAT team came in my house, tore it up, tied us all up. I'm talking about the SWAT team, not the DEA. They came later. I'm talking about the military with the big tank and everything. These cocksuckers are so in a hurry to get the people down the street. They're looking from the alley. They write the wrong address down. See, had I been a gun owner, I'd be dead. You'd have somebody else talking to you right now. Okay? Trust me. When I heard that big explosion in my living room, because we lived in a little shotgun house, I hear my daughter running down the hallway. Daddy, it's the Army. I'm like, the Army? I come out with a book in my hand. I'm reading. But if I'd had a gun, I had that gun in my hand, they'd have blew my head off. And when it was all said and done, they never even apologized, man. He said, work burnout in America, and that's the real nitty gritty. Yeah, money, man, we put too much on money over there. That's all we worried about, Richard. It's money. Everything's based on money. Some of the most evil people that's ever walked this planet live in America. They got money. So we look up to them. We put them on a pedestal. Elvis Presley, man, was 42 years old at the top of his game when he died. Michael Jackson, Prince, they all, money is all we worry about. Them guys had they had problems, big problems. That's why they're dead. So they turned to drugs. All the money they had couldn't save them. So that's why I'm over here to the Philippines. The hell with that money, man. Just give me a comfortable life. I don't have to have Elon Musk money. I don't have to have LeBron James money. It's true, more money, more problems. Yeah, but I'm not married. My wife is still in America. You know, that's the problem. Okay, I can't be two places at the same time. I was telling guys that's what happened to me. That's how I was able to alleviate a lot of the pressure off of me. I'm not going to talk about the problem if I don't talk about the solution. Okay, when you pay for everything every day, all the time, you're going to get tired of it, guys. Okay, you better have some skins in the game. Okay, my little daughter in there, man, makes me kick back and relax and like, hey, you can have it all. But some guys don't have that. They don't have that safety valve right there, that release valve. So they're spending, 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 spending. And one day you're going to be like, man, you have been posting out analysis. Is it worth it? Right now you say, oh, hell, I'll pay anything to get out of here and have a nice looking young woman and everything like that. Until you actually start living it. Thank you, man. He said, I have a decent amount of money. I'm still depressed. I'm going to say this, Sir Giggles. Had I not left, I actually left the United States December 3rd, 2018. I arrived here early December 5th, 2018. I'm sure I'd be dead. I in a nursing home. Okay? That's how bad it got for me. I couldn't even get on an airplane. That's why I ever went back home. Coming over here was the longest airplane ride of my life. I couldn't wait to get here. I'm watching the clock. I'm in that aisle seat because I bought it for us. And the clock is right there. 15 hours from Chicago to Hong Kong. I watched that damn clock. Hey, what's up, Paul? Cisco. He said, what's up, Cal? It's an FSU grad. Please ask Paul to stop. Don't embarrass the nose any more than our football team already has. But I think he's in Georgia. He said, America's played out. Time to live where you want if you can. I'm not even going to say it's played out. My lifestyle was played out over there. I was tired of working to survive, and it was just getting harder and harder. See, y'all situation, everybody's situation is different. I'm an insurance agent. I'm paid on commission. If I don't get it done, there's no check coming in. Only my renewals. Okay. And my renewals could not pay my bills over there. But I already knew in my mind I had a 4-year plan. And my wife says, okay, I agreed to it. You know, hell, in 6 months, she was back over there. But I don't blame her because she wants to leave here the same way I wanted to leave there. I don't have a problem with that. But she wasn't the one. She had a good job over there. As long as she went to work every day, she got that check on Thursday night. It wasn't the case for me. And after so many years of doing that and all the other stuff, you know, I had a bitter divorce I went through, and you know, then I got custody of my 2 kids and all of that, man. I was done with that lifestyle. I had to do something different. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, once my plan is, once I turn 65, I'm going to live at some time, probably half time in America, half time out of America. Whether it's over here, it's going to be somewhere, but I'm going to be in America because of my Medicare. I'm not going to throw my Medicare away. He says American nurses get paid well, but unfortunately, many of them burn out in a few years. Say this again because we're always on money over there. That's all that matters to us. Character don't matter. It's just money. You know, the dope dealers, man, they're some of the most respected people in the community. It's like, well, how? Because they got the money. Okay? The crooks. It's all about money over there. That's all we worry about. We don't worry about enjoying life. Just give me some money. We're entitled. We want to start out at $30 an hour and all of that stuff like that. We don't want to work for nothing. We want everything for free. But as long as I got money, I can do anything. I can say anything. We got a president, right? Okay. But he said, huge staff shortages. Ironically, they're short because so many quit. Yeah, so many quit. But all they're worried about is money. There was a great article a couple of years ago here in the Philippines. You know, the Philippines has a great reputation for producing nurses, right? But that's all changing because people are coming into the profession only for the money. It's not, you know, it takes more than that to be a good nurse. I mean, their scores are coming down, meaning how they're rated around the world because more and more people are getting into nursing for the wrong reason, for money. I've got a daughter. I've actually got my daughter here and my daughter in America. They're both in the first year of nursing school. Are they going to make great nurses? I don't know. Come on in and get what you want. Do they have what it takes to be a good nurse? I don't know. He says, the global vagabond, the peace of man has got to be one of the best ways to stay healthy, period. Absolutely. And I explain to my grown kids all the time because they said, well, Daddy, when you coming home and this and that? I said, you know, I'll be home. I know when it's time for me to go home. Right now, it's not time. Okay, I still got work to do. That's not an excuse. But I'm not going to go back too quickly into what was killing me in the first place. After about 2 weeks, people are going to be sick of me. They're going on with their life. He said, money isn't everything, but you know, you get that beat into your head over and over and over when your heroes are crooks. Anybody with money, it don't matter how they got it. No, I'm sorry, Brian Nichols. That's not true. That's not true. You must not know the history of the United States, but it was not built on spiritual values. It's built on the backs of slaves. Remember, there was people living in America before those Columbus Knights got there. Wasn't Christopher Columbus, but it was the people following in his footsteps. You got to know history matters. There was people living there, and they killed all of them, just about. 98% of them are dead. They put the rest of them on plantation. But now, there ain't nothing spiritual about that. What's up, man? No, that's wrong, Harry Show. It's built on the spiritual values. He says, I'm working 2 jobs as a server, saving for the Philippines. Having a date plan to come over really helps me push through. Yeah, you got to have not only a goal, but a desire, man, a burning desire. How you going to read something? What's going to make you get up in the morning, flash stash, and go to those 2 jobs if you don't have a burning desire to get to the Philippines like I did? In 2008, when I decided to come to the Philippines, I was broke. I was behind on my bills. Only thing was current was my mortgage. I didn't have anything, man, but I put it on a piece of paper, just like Mike Dooley said in his Thoughts Become Things. I made a scrapbook and said, put in there the places you want to go and this and that, right? And I did all that. 6 months later, 7 months later, that was June of 2008 when I made that scrapbook. February of 2009, I had the money to come to the Philippines. I could have brought 4 or 5 people with me. But it wasn't until April that I finally came over here. Thoughts become things, man. Y'all think that's crazy. It's not. It's real. We become what we think about. The good stuff and the bad stuff. But you have to have a burning desire. What else would make you work 2 jobs like that? get out one job and you think, oh man, you don't have to be tired. You got one job. Now you got to go do 8 more jobs, 8 more hours, or whatever it is. No, I never doubted him. Okay. Y'all got this wrong, man. I'm not a hater. You don't get to where I am in life being a hater. The pie is big enough. I hated the hype behind it. I was like, what's it all about? He's not the first black coach. But remember, Rashard, sports is what have you done for me lately? See, you wasn't talking that stuff when they were 4-8. Now you jump out of the bushes. Oh, look at him. I told y'all, okay. We're only as good as our last victory. Okay. We can play this stuff all day long, man. I'm 61. I've been around sports. I played sports. They were just in the Super Bowl in Cincinnati. Now they're calling for his head. Okay. I give credit where credit is due. They're a whole lot more improved than they were last year. But are they a serious contender for the college football playoffs? Well, you keep believing it. What helped them was the Big 12 is weak. I'm sorry, they're winning. He can only play the people they put in front of him. Okay. The Utah team that they beat today, or was it? Yeah, today in the United States. They were ranked 10th in the country when the season started. Okay. That's a weak conference, man. It helps. Okay. But we'll see because sports is what have you done for me lately? They won today, then they got to come Saturday. So we can play that game all day long. I don't owe him no apology. I was talking about the hype behind it. Like he was the first black coach. And I realized that Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl. There is a guy, a black guy, black coach at Notre Dame, Richard, okay, that's going to be playing in the conference football playoffs. But because it's Dion, and remember, certain things black people are supposed to be monolithic on. Deion Sanders, Jesus, and the Democratic Party. If you go against any of that, then you're a hater. I'm not a hater. He said, sometimes you get tired of spending, but if you have a good woman, she won't ask you for your money. Well, she don't have to, Thomas. And it's not the woman. You're not going to be mad at her. Okay? You're just going to get tired of spending because you don't have any more money coming in. It's not about the woman. Why would you be mad at her? I wanted to tell guys they don't really understand. Okay? I guarantee if I could go out and do a study and find out why most men end up having to go home when they don't want to, Thomas, I guarantee you money's at the top of the list and the money they spent on a woman is at the top of the list. I would bet anything I got on that. Okay? Because the guy I'm telling you about who's reaching out to help for me, who's overstayed a lot. He's already spent a certain amount of money on building a house for the girl and her family and all of that. For the girl, by the way. Okay, it's not about the woman, it's about us. You need to know what you're getting into. Yeah, they're good women over here. They're going to take care of you, but it's expensive. And I just don't think men really understand it. So that old $1,000, throw that shit out the window. You're going to need 1,000 to maintain her. They're never going to ask you for money. They don't have to. It's an unspoken agreement. They know their reputation. If she asks you for money, she knows you're going to run the other way. But they know how to get money out of you. They'll paint the picture. Yeah, I am eventually. Yeah, money's always at the top of the list. But we think it's a cakewalk over here. The Philippines is cheaper. But they don't ever add on the fact that once you start dating and getting involved with a woman who may or may not have children, it makes the cost of living over here go way up. We don't want to hear that. That's the part we're not hearing because people aren't talking about it. Did anybody take my assignment and look at all the videos talking about dating in the Philippines on YouTube? Did any of them say that you're going to have to pay for everything every day, all the time? They don't tell you that. You get blindsided over here. Some guy says, well, I'm not going to date a woman who doesn't have a job. Dude, do you think there's jobs over here? Okay. You know, this is what I'm saying. We have so little knowledge of what's going on over here. All we're focused on is America. Like that's the whole world. It's not. He said, even though I'm a long way from retirement, all that money I put in, I'm using keeping my Social Security benefit. I don't blame you. Yeah. He said, speaking things into existence is definitely a fact. It is. Be careful what you say and what you put out there in the universe. If you don't want a new life, then don't say you want a new life because it's coming. And you may have to pay a price you're not willing to pay. How many times have you heard people say, man, this is true, man, but people think it's crazy because, you know, we're not taught this stuff. We're taught something else, okay? So they'll say, man, I give my right arm to get back with my wife. This is a true story. A guy said that. And on the way home, okay, him and his wife get back together, and guess what? He's in a car accident. You guessed it. He lost his right arm. You say, oh, it's an antidote. No, we become what we think about. Everything you see behind me, the chair you're sitting on, the food you're eating, everything started in somebody's mind first. Okay? Thoughts become things. It's true. That's the reason I'm sitting here in the Philippines. I thought my way to the Philippines. It's the reason why I'm not on that hamster wheel anymore. Because I had a plan, I had a goal, and I made baby steps toward it every day. When nobody else believed, I believed. They thought I was crazy. I walked away from $1 million insurance agency. It was mine. People thought I was crazy. There's more to life than money, ladies and gentlemen. I could have followed Essence Healthcare back to St. Louis, Missouri, and continued to build my agency, more agents, and all of that. I walked away from all that because I knew if I stayed, I was going to die. I knew the life I wanted, and I've got it now. But if you want to say it's crazy, then okay. The reason you're in the situation you're in now is because of your thinking. You thought your way into that. He said, you're right, Cal. The Big 12 is very weak. You know, it is, man. But if you say that, see, I deal in facts. You know, facts don't care nothing about people's feelings. They all up in their feelings about Deion. I'm looking at facts. It's a weak conference. But he's got to play who's ever in front of him. So I gave him his props, which you got to. They were 4-8 last year when they had ran for the hills. Now he's winning. Oh, they jump out of the bushes. Oh, you owe him a apology. Okay. He said Deion gets more hype than the team. Deion is on those ads, not his team. It's all about Deion. He's a promotional, you know, he's a genius like that. When he was a player, he had all those endorsements and stuff. And he's got a good team. He's got some good offensive teams. You got to give them credit. They the offensive line, the defensive line is like night and day from last year. They're giving Shadur Sanders time this year to throw the ball. But remember, man, sports is what have you done for me lately. They don't care what you did this year. You got to keep doing it over and over and over. They're waiting for you to screw up so that they can get you. It happens to the best of them. Look at Tiger Woods. Was there anybody more dominant in a sport, any sport, at any time in the history of the world than Tiger Woods doing his run. Okay. And the minute that he made a mistake, they came out, man. They got him, man. They ruined his life. Then they know he'll never win another championship. He goes and wins the, what was that, 2018? Then he won the Masters again or something. And they run back into the bushes. They're sports, man. That's all it is. But I don't hate anybody. You don't get to where I am hating. I know that the pie is big enough. He said, he's absolutely right. I could live so much cheaper if I was single. It's just a matter of mathematics. So when guys are watching us right now, they want to come to the Philippines. Not only the woman's up there, but because of the lower cost of living, they don't realize that when you get the woman, that blows that out of the water. She's on the dating site because she wants money spent on her. She wants you to take care of her. And now all of a sudden, you got to say, do I have enough money? I got enough money for one, but do I have enough money for two? And more than likely, it's not. It's not going to go as far as you do. Look at Broke John. And he's back for more. He's lucky that Old Dog New Tricks and his support team helped him. Where would he have been if Old Dog wouldn't have said, because Old Dog got big influence, man, okay? If he says, help this man, you see the thousands of dollars that came in to help him. Otherwise, his ass was out. He's over here with 30,000 or whatever it is, trying to take care of him, his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and then they end up having 2 children and her family. Man, you guys are crazy. Yeah, no, I never attacked Dion, man. I'm just saying people don't get it. If you're black and you're not monolithic, Deion Sanders, remember, I told you, Jesus and the Democratic Party, you're a hater. You can't say anything about that. Those 3 right there. If you're black, everything else you can think of, have your own opinion. But those 3 things, now you're a hater. I was just talking about the hype. I'm like, well, damn. He won 1 game against TCU last year. Look how TCU turned out. Okay? They lost just about every game last year. He said, Ulysses S. Grant mentioned in his book, now y'all know how long ago this was, that his wife's spending was too much. He spent the last years of his life writing his book to protect his wife from being homeless. I miss my friends and family, but the culture I don't miss. The culture was killing me, but I really don't know what was killing me. So I had to get rid of all of it. My mother used to whoop everybody. If we didn't tell who did something, she whooped us all. So it's the same mindset I had. When I left, I'm like, man, I'm sick. And I couldn't find out what was making me sick. Was it my job? Was it all the stress of responsibility? What was it? I don't know. So I left. I knew it was that environment over there. So once I left the environment, I immediately started getting better. So now when I'm going to go back into the environment, I'm going back. It's not going to be for long. And I'll be a whole lot better. But the longer I stay in that environment, the sicker I'm going to get, because America, the culture and everything hasn't changed. Okay, it's only gotten worse. No, Merlin's got her own account. Merlin's got a savings account, but she's got a ATM account. It's different. I've got a savings account. No, we got separate. Yeah, that's right. But you got to understand, JGBK. I think y'all missing the point when I make videos like that, when I talk about videos like that. Men don't really know what they're getting into, JG, when they get over here. They'll say stuff like this. Women are the same all over. But there's another reason you come to the Philippines. It's affordable. It's a lower cost of living than where you're from. But what's going to happen is when you get over here, something's going to happen. You're going to be like, man, I'm spending more money than what I thought. It's more expensive to live here than I anticipated. And it's because you got a woman, man. That's why. It's not like if you're at home and you got a woman, she's got her own job. Okay, you can borrow money over there. And you can do all that kind of stuff. You can't do that over here. There's so much more resources that you have at home that you don't have over here. That's why it's not an equal. You can't say it's not apples to apples. You're spending time over here spending money. Okay, I don't care who you are. And people can justify and say, well, I got a good woman and it doesn't matter to me and this and that. But you're forced to become a better money manager. Okay, it puts a strain on your retirement because you didn't retire for that, to be worried about money. You got plenty of money, really. But do you have enough money for the task that's at hand when you move here or Thailand or there's other places where men move for women? When I made the video, it's too late for me. It went over guys' heads. I'm trying to tell you about some of the mistakes I made. I'm a human being. Everybody always, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and hindsight's always 2020. It doesn't mean you're not happy. It just means that, okay, now that I look back, I've grown. I'm not the same guy I was 6 years ago when I came to the Philippines. Far from it. I'm a lot wiser. I can look back over the wreckage of my past and be like, oh man, and I'd have known then what I know now, I wouldn't have did this. So I give you the information. But instead of you taking it and using it, oh, he's unhappy. You're having regrets. He said his hamster wheel is no joke. There's no reward for doing right, mostly. In fact, underachieving is respected in our community. Dare to speak your mind in a calm, intelligent way, and you're going to get canceled. I love facts, and man, facts will get you in trouble in America because people keep repeating rhetoric, right? But then when you come with facts, they get mad. They're all up in their feelings, emotional. When I was talking about, Trump making all these promises that he never fulfilled in his first term, now all of a sudden, what makes you think he's going to fix it this time? It doesn't mean that I love Joe Biden. We can talk about Joe Biden too. But I'm saying he said he was going to fix the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in 1 week, he said. That's a bold-faced lie, guys. You got to hold people to the feet to the fire when they say stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to replace Obamacare with this beautiful care for everyone, he says. It didn't happen. I'm going to build a wall. Imagine people fell for this along the 2,000-mile border with Mexico. And guess what? Mexico's going to pay for it. But we let people get away with stuff like that over there. That's why it's never going to change. I don't have anything against Trump, but I'm saying, hey, dude, when you're going to live up to some of these promises you've been making? But then they'll move the goalposts. And they'll start talking about inflation. Yeah, he was ass out. But see, here's the thing about Broke John. Okay? There was people that came to his rescue. How many guys are over here, man, when nobody was going to come to their rescue? They don't have a YouTuber with thousands of followers that can say, hey, man, let's help this guy. Y'all think I'm playing? I know a guy up in Luzon. He's never going to be able to leave the Philippines. He can't afford to now. He's been overstayed like 11 years or something right now. Okay. Think about that. 11 years. So when he goes to leave, they're probably going to lock him up. I mean, and they're certainly going to want that overstay fee. So he's never going to be able to leave. And he goes to bed every night wondering, it's going to be the night when they knock on my door. You don't have to do that, guys. It's too cheap over here for their immigration. But when you got that woman swimming in your head, clouding your thoughts, you got poor judgment, you do stupid stuff like that. The guy I'm telling you about, it's 2 years since he paid his immigration fees. There's no excuse for that, you know. But I told him, I said, yeah, if you want to come on my channel and tell your story, and if people want to help you, they will. But if I'm just going to get on here and help you, come on, man, I can't do that. I don't know you like that. It's not that I don't want to help you, but I don't know you. I said, because he watches my channel because he saw what happened when I helped the other guy that was in the hospital. Because he brought that up. He said, I'm not going to do that. I said, well, I don't know. I didn't know he was going to do it. But immigration is not a reason, man. Immigration is not a reason. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be back if I make it. He said, Mike Tyson. Yeah, he said joint accounts, right? You know, I've never had a joint account. You know, it's one of the reasons why I eventually grew tired of my American wife. Because no matter how long we were together, and we were together 18 years, but the last 2 years I don't count because I really wasn't there, but we were still married. For 16 years, she was still talking in terms of this is my money and that's your money. She had her own account, I had mine. And you just get tired of that. You know, oh, that's mad. I remember when we had a windstorm and it blew, it damaged our roof, right? Now, she don't understand that the homeowner's insurance is in my name. Everything's in my name. Okay? She was 50% owner of the house because, you know, it's the law in the state of Kentucky. I think it's a duo state or something. But her name's not on anything. She just has to sign it. And so she files a claim. And, you know, they came out, assessed the damage. I think it was like $14,000 something dollars, right? She wanted it all. She said, that's my money, she said. Not our money. That's mine. But guess what? And you probably can figure this out. The checks was in my name. I couldn't explain it to her. Like, how's this your money when the checks is in my name? And she got mad because, you know, after we got it fixed, I split the money down the middle. She wasn't happy with that. You get tired of that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, but these guys keep pushing back. They say, oh, yeah, I got the money. I want to see my wife be happy. Okay. And that's noble of you. But you're only a human being. He said, I'm only 48. I still gotta work 3 months in America and 30 out of here. What are you talking about? He said, damn, I almost missed this one too. Are you back, TJ? He said, in my opinion, guys should stay single for at least 1 year when in the fields. Yeah, but how is that possible, Frank, when you're coming over here for a woman? Anybody that says they're not, you're gonna fool with a woman one way or the other. Some guys, they don't want to, you know, dumpster dive. They don't want to go in those bars. Those bars are dumpsters, man. I mean, imagine laying down with a woman like that, you know. But the video I made about bar girls was you can't tell. There's no. You can't look at a bar girl and tell she's a bar girl. If you don't see her at the bar, if she's back in the province, or you see her at the mall. That's what my video was about. They still have the same taste. They still listen to the same music as the regular Filipino, eat the same food, laugh at the same jokes. You can't tell. But guys think that they can, that they got this uh, ability. You can't tell because a friend of mine over here now getting ready to marry a bar girl. He has no clue that she was a bar girl. I'm not gonna tell him. Okay, what happened? Come on in. So that's my point. He made my point for me. He's getting ready to get married to a bar girl, but he has no idea. I'm not gonna bust his bubble and tell him, hey, she used to be a bar girl. He said, why would anybody in the right mind meet somebody online and then date them after 2 months and then marry them? Well, that's the thing. We're not in our right minds, Raymond, when we get over here. He said, you don't know what you're getting into. You're giving people credit, man. They're getting married in less time than that. They'll make one trip over here to the Philippines and be with a woman for 2 weeks, okay, and already start the visa process and all that. One guy came over here, he was here for 3 days, Raymond. 3 days. What could a woman do to you in 3 days? It's not the woman, it's you. He runs back, starts the visa process. The only thing saved him was her best friend told on her. She was dating a Japanese guy too. See, he came over here and in those 3 days, they got engaged. Not realizing she's already engaged to the Japanese guy. Now, of course, they chatting before he got here and because they want the commitment online. So he's sending this woman 10,000 pesos a week. Okay. The Japanese guy, so that's 40,000 per month pesos. It's a lot of money. The Japanese guy is giving her 30,000. So she's getting 70,000 pesos a month just for being the girlfriend. Well, the best friend got jealous and told on him. If you looked at my video today and I told you about the very first foreigner I've ever met in the Philippines, and we're good friends today. This guy's well off. He's very well off. He was dating a woman over here who had a Filipino boyfriend. So all the money he's sending over here, she's spending on the Filipino boyfriend. Well, guess what? The first cousin told on her and ended up marrying him. But at the time, she was 17. Okay, he says, oh, we didn't do anything. But the minute she turned 18, the very day she turned 18, they got married. That's a red flag. But I'm just saying, she told on the girl, her first cousin. And they've been married ever since. I met them in 2009. They were already married. So what was that, 15 years ago? They've got a daughter now together. But I don't know how many years they was together before I met them. So I'm going to say 20 years. It's a big age gap. She's in her 30s. He's about 80 or 81, I think, right now. He said somebody out there going by Broke John. Now, that's what they called him. His name was John. But they named him Broke John because he was broke. But, you know, old dog new tricks came to his rescue. But he's over here, TJ, thinking he can come to the Philippines. Because I think he was 3 years out from his Social Security. I can't remember the story, but he borrowed 35,000 over here. Thinking that's going to last. He got a whole woman, and then they had 2 whole children together, twins. He was broke as a joke. He didn't last a year, I don't believe. Because guys don't know what they're doing. I'm going to tell you, I told you, I said this earlier. If I'm not the type of guy who knows how to let go, because you do have to let go sometimes. You see the train wrecks over here. you'd be depressed. You'd be like, man, I'm done with this shit. I'm finished. You know, you can't talk to guys. Every day I see it, man. It's like our videos don't matter. Like nobody's on YouTube talking about this stuff. We come over doing the same crazy stuff over and over and over. And I'm like, dude, you gotta know better. There's no way in the world you should come over here and do what you did. They sell everything. They sell. The guy was telling y'all about today. He's got a channel. I can't think of the name of the channel. I'm not picking on him. I'm just telling you what we do. So to let y'all know this, I'm not just on here talking. We're grown men. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing over here. He sold his house in America at a loss. He's in such a hurry to get over here. He lost money on his house. Then he comes over here and spends all that money on a house. I think like $6 million. And he's happy on his video. He wants you to think he got a deal by buying that house because they came down on the price. See, that's a red flag. If the Filipino comes down on the price, man, come on, guys. I've been over here long enough. They give you one price. You take it or leave it. They're not coming down. But when you buy a house in one of these damn subdivisions, you're gonna have the damnedest time selling it unless you see some knucklehead foreigner comes along and buys it. And that's what happened to him. We're spending far too much money over here on houses and stuff when we don't have to. The woman that he either married or his girlfriend or whatever it is, probably coming from the province or the squatters area. But now it's her house because he can't own land or anything over here. Now she's in a 6 million peso, you know, to her it's a mansion. But we make these same mistakes over and over and over and over. And then we'll justify, well, you know, when I die, I want her to live better and all that, right? The things he tried to solve, Kamal, he wasn't going to be able to solve to begin with, if you know anything about politics. Okay? He tried 3 times, every 3 chances that he put up there to go read it. I'm not making stuff up to replace Obamacare was a disaster. It wasn't going to happen. It doesn't mean I like Obamacare. It doesn't mean I'm a champion of Obamacare. I'm just telling you that he said he was going to replace it, which is a beautiful plan, and everybody will have health care. It didn't happen. If you really think, Kamal, that Trump was going to be able to build a wall 2,000 miles along that Mexican border and Mexico is going to pay for it, man. Come on. I got some swampland over in the Philippines I want to save you. And he's going to solve the Palestinian-Israeli conflict in 1 week. He's going to send his son-in-law over, Jared. You know what the cocksucker did? He moved the embassy to Jerusalem, which split them even further, made the damn situation worse. I'm just telling you facts. Y'all don't want to hear facts. Y'all up in your emotions. I don't give a... Talking about this doesn't mean I love Biden or Kamala Harris. Oh, okay, yeah. It does take a while. Retired 2019. Hey, welcome to the chat. He said, Cal, put myself first. I'm not sponsoring a woman. Well, women are smarter than us. Women practice self-preservation. We don't. And see, Thomas said, oh, they don't ask us for money. They don't have to. Do you think the woman or the man just spent $6 million on their house? You think she's going to tell them, oh, don't do it? You know, don't do. She's not going to do that. Okay? She knows now she's set. You know, but we don't think about whether or not, okay, is she going to be able to maintain this if I'm gone? Because according to his own mouth, he, you know, went broke on his budget for that house. So he said, I want to leave her, better off. Well, she's going to sell that house. Something happens to you. Okay. And the house, I'm like 100. I think the house was like 100 square meter lot with like 120 square meter house, probably up and down. I just knew the lot was 100 square meters. There's no yard, basically. The house took up all the yard like they do a lot of times in the Philippines. And he paid $6 million. Those people were probably so happy, you know, but we're so in a hurry when we get over here. Now he's smart. All the decisions he was making in America, but when we come over here, we lose our damn minds. We think all of a sudden they start speeding stuff up for us. He was such in a hurry. What he should have done, I'm gonna say what he should have done. Should have bought a lot and built his own damn house for about half of that. The house he got, them little bitty ass rooms and stuff like that, man. He said, "What's a bar, girl? Come on, man. They work in a bar. She's a prostitute." He said, "Since you're paying for everything, would the girlfriend experience still be in effect if your girlfriend was working?" Yeah, that's a big if. It's a big if. Okay. Even if she is working, if she not earning a whole lot, that's why we throw up our hands and be like, "What's the point? You might as well be here with me." Okay. I mean, that's a part of it. They don't care to do that, When you get off that plane, if that woman's waiting for you and you go straight to the hotel and it's a freak off, you think, "Oh, that's it. I don't have to do nothing else." No, she gonna hold your feet to the fire. Okay. And when I was talking about my video I made today about the the age of consent in the Philippines is 16. What does that mean for you? Trouble, right? A guy says, "Well, why even fool with a mother with children over there then? Because then they could start all this foolishness." And I said, "Yeah, you're right, especially when we don't know the woman. We don't know what she's capable of. But you jump into bed with her the first night. You move in with her the first night. You don't know who you got in that damn bed. We all do it. I'm saying it's time that shit stops. But it's not going to stop. But you'll say, 'Oh, Cal, you're a hypocrite. You did it.' No, I'm telling you, it's too late for me. I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you that if I could look back on the wreckage of my past over here, there's a lot of things I would have changed. It doesn't mean I'm not happy. It means I'm wiser now than I was 6 years ago or 15 years ago when I first started coming to the Philippines. I can see clearer now that I couldn't see before. I was so naive when I came over here in 2009, okay, because right before I came on here, the guy says, "Well, before you go to the Philippines, man, get on the dating site, okay? Make sure you meet somebody, have somebody meet you over there. You're going too far, right?" The same night I got on cebuanas.com, and I meet two women. I only did two things right my first trip here. I flew into Cebu, Mactan, not Manila, and I met two girls. I set up two girls on that dating site. But I was so naive, I thought they really liked me. Because I was telling people at home, like, "Man, these dating sites in the Philippines, man, they're different. In America, the women really want to meet you, right?" I'm thinking they really, want me. I'm so naive. I had no idea about the unspoken agreement. I had no idea about, the struggle over here. I never even thought about employment and, the job situation over here, poverty. It never crossed my mind. But now that you guys got all that information out there, you're just making the same mistakes I made 15 years ago. That's why it blows my mind. Sometimes I'll be like, "Dude, have you ever watched one YouTube video?" Hey, Joe the plumber, thanks for that super chat. He said, "I'm leaving the States in 9 days. I'm spending 2 weeks in Tacloban, and then I'm heading to your area, Cal, around the 12th, brother." "Oh, okay. But hey, Joe, let me say this to you. Check that weather because of the typhoon that just went through that way right now, I'm saying. So, but I guess in 9 days, it'll be gone. But, right through that area right now, there's a raging typhoon Papito. Right through that Tacloban area, right through that Villaron and Samar, and then that Bico region, which is really like the southern tip of Luzon. They've had 6 storms in the last month here in the Philippines. That La Nina is real. They've had 6 severe tropical storms or typhoons in 1 month, all in that same general area. So be careful, man. That's for anybody. When you come to the Philippines, know where you're going. Because it's sunny out here. We haven't had a drop of rain in 3 or 4 days. But they going out of their typhoons out of control up north. Just be careful. And I haven't heard anything on that Elliot Eastman, guys. They said, "Oh, he's alive." Well, where's your sources? I went to the news agency, and they just saying all the sources told us that he's alive. You wouldn't be able to do that in America. You wouldn't be able to report that. They're like, "What do you mean he's alive? Who did you talk to?" As high profile that case is, the police would be over there telling them, "Hey, who's your sources? We need to talk to them." He said, "Hey, Cal, what's a good strategy if we meet an OFW? It's the same as meeting women living in the Philippines." I've never dated an OFW, but I can tell you this. One thing don't do, don't buy out that contract. Okay, that's what a lot of guys are doing now. Don't buy out that contract. Remember, you don't know the woman. That's a lot of money that you're spending. Okay. But the Philippines has a rich culture, man. It's thick. You really, okay, it's no different than the woman you're going to meet here. If she's on the dating site, especially. That's what bands them all together. You say, well, you can't put all Filipinos in one basket. Yeah, you can if they're on that dating site. But all of them aren't on the dating site when you get over here. But an OFW, she's no different. So many guys have bought their contract out, man. And it turned out to be a disaster. The guy that I told you from Alabama sold all his land in America, bought the lady's contract out and wherever she was working, Saudi Arabia or whatever, he felt sorry for her so he can come back to her family. Then he sent all his life savings over here to the woman. She mismanaged it. Okay? I didn't say she scammed him. She mismanaged it. She's not used to dealing with 12 million pesos. An OFW is probably earning 15,000 pesos a month. He puts 12 million in her hand. Okay? It was a disaster. But the first mistake he made was buying out that contract. You don't know these women. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, thanks for keeping it real. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But I don't know any other way to do it. It's too much at stake, guys. Y'all have to understand that's not a game over here. Even if you think it's a game, they're dead serious. They're not playing over here. When you meet that woman online, dude, you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're stepping into, and we don't know. We bringing that old matrix thinking over here. We think all women are the same around the world and all of that, man. Okay? But all the circumstances aren't the same. The situations aren't the same. But before I get over, I got to say one more thing, guys, about Miss Rosalia Jala Merritt. Okay, y'all know how I talk about the Filipino support group. If you don't know, go on my video. I'm saying, stop. Don't bring your Filipino home. What I meant, I said, I'm not telling you don't do it. The video is about the risk that you take when you take them home. Well, there's a support group waiting for her. This woman was part of the support group for my son's mother when she arrived in the United States, and I want to say 2012. Yeah, 2012. She was tragically killed in a car accident November the 9th. And according to the message I received, her body is still in the coroner's office, and everything. And they want to make funeral arrangements and to get her body back to the Philippines. They're $5,000 short. I'm not asking you to pay the $5,000. I'm just asking you if you can help. There's no obligation. There's a Zelle. Harry Shoulders, put that Zelle account up. I believe it's her son, Michael Baquil. $1, $5, whatever, man, to get them closer to that. I would appreciate it. Okay. My son's mother's never asked me for any favors like that. She said, I know you got a lot of supporters. Can you help her? She really helped me when I came to the United States. Her husband died. So she moved from North Carolina to Tennessee. I want to see what part of Tennessee this is. Give me a second. But she was killed tragically in a hit and run accident. The coward left Filipina, and she just doesn't have. They don't have the money. They're trying to raise money to get her home. There's a Gcash too that I'm gonna put up here too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, wait. Let me read it because it's right here. Okay, here it is right here. It says in Johnson, Tennessee. Does anybody know where that is? It says, it is with deep sorrow that I share the heartbreaking news of the passing of my beloved mother, Rosalia Jallo Moret. She was involved in a tragic car accident on Sunday, November the 9th in Johnson, Tennessee. It was a hit and run accident. And her remains are currently in the coroner's office. I have been informed that I need to arrange for her funeral services and final preparations by next week. So maybe by today. Can you put that up there, Harry Shoulders, for me? And if you look in the in my description, you'll see it anyway. Okay. Ron Rouse says OFWs are one of your best options. Yeah. Okay. It's what you think. He said independent and have some coins. Bullshit. Unless you're gonna leave her there and you're gonna have a long distance relationship. Y'all better think twice about these long distance relationships, man, with these women. Y'all don't know nothing about OFWs. They're heroes over here. They're put on a whole different level, man. Women are making big time sacrifices. There's nothing independent now. They're sending their money home. A lot of them are being mistreated over there. You don't know the circumstances, okay? But I know they're considered heroes here, and I tip my hat to them. But if they're on that dating site, okay, it's not much different than a woman over here who's living in the Philippines. But if they do have money, it's coming home to their families, man. They're sending 1/10 of the GDP of the Philippines, man. It basically got the Philippines on their back, man. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. No, it's not a link. It's not a link. It's just his name, with the Zelle account. And then I'm gonna see if they answer my question real quick because I asked them for that email. Because I like to give them something, man. Because I'm gonna help them, but hell, I can't even send. I'll probably just send it Gcash. Let me see. Because Maryland's got a Gcash. I'll send it to them. They got a Gcash number. I'm going to give that to y'all. Okay, wait. Okay. The Gcash number, if anybody wants the Gcash, It's 0977 315 9950. 0977. Okay. Or if you're gonna send this from America, that will be a +63977 315 9950. That's what that would be. Because they've got her whole uh bank account number and routing number on here. I'm not gonna post that on YouTube. And that's what I told them. I said, I can't post that on YouTube. Let's see if they sent it to me. I'll put it, says, I need an email for the Zelle account. Yeah, I sent it. Well, see, here's where y'all gotta understand. No woman's gonna ask you for anything, these nuts. There's no woman's gonna ask you for anything. Okay? Filipinos know their reputation around the world. It's really not a good one. Okay, they throw them all in one basket when maybe only, if they're like anybody else, maybe 5% are bad, 95 are good. They're never going to ask you for money. If they ask you for something, they know you're going to run the other way. Now, what they will do, they'll paint a picture for you. They'll do that. They're not going to ask you for anything. He said Johnson, Tennessee is just north of Asheville, North Carolina. Oh, okay, yeah. Because she moved from North Carolina. But if you take a woman to your country, no matter where it is, there's going to be a Filipino support group. That's why I got the idea to start my support group here on YouTube. From what I saw in little small Louisville, Kentucky. I don't care what you hear about all this got a crowd mentality over here. When they get overseas, dude, they work together. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. You need a job, they're going to get you a job. You need a place to stay, you need some money. Do you need me to hook you up with a husband or girlfriend or whatever it is? They're going to do it. It's a powerful support group. Yeah, I didn't do it. Yeah, okay. If you think there's a difference, you don't know anything about women over here. I just gave you so many examples. You can think. The first thing she's going to be thinking about is you buying out that damn contract. Okay? Hey, thanks, Jack. He said, your stories remind me of the old TV show about New York City, Naked City. There's 6 million stories in the Naked City. This is one of them. Okay, here it is, guys. Thank you, Harry Shoulders. Michael Backwheel. Yeah, that's his Zelle account. But I think Jeffrey Taylor said he needed an email to go with that. But we're going to talk more about this on the next live stream. We're going to have Paul on here. But we're going to talk more about this weapon of mass seduction. We didn't really get to talk. He kind of threw me off, man, today. And I'm not blaming him, but, if you've ever interviewed, had a live stream or anything, it's all about rhythm. But we're going to talk about, sex still being used to manipulate and control relationships. Even now in 2024, it's being done. Yeah, they do help. They do help outside. Now, I don't know about what they do over here. I'm telling you what I've seen with my own eyes and experience. I tell y'all the story all the time. When my wife left to go back to the United States, man, she had no job. She had no place to stay. It didn't matter. You imagine you coming from America to the Philippines in that situation. Do you think we're going to help you like that? I'm going to tell you, you're crazy. That's how powerful it is over there. Y'all think I just be on here talking? The woman didn't have no job or a place to stay. It didn't matter. They had it set up for her. Okay? And I can guarantee you that the man she's with now, I guarantee you 100%, they met through that support group. Just from knowing my ex-wife. Hey, Sean, thanks for that super chat. Said, thanks for your honesty and keeping it real, man. You're welcome, man. Thank you. But thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. I'm going to send my, I want to apologize to Paul, man. I have you on here Tuesday. It just got off on the wrong foot, man. And I couldn't get it back on track. But we'll do it Tuesday. All y'all support, man. I don't take it for granted, man. So take care, everybody. He says, after I spend December 29th with my father, February 15th with my mother, I plan on moving out there in March, getting rid of my housing. Yeah, well, you don't need a visa, that's for sure, Raymond. But take care, everybody. He said, Michael Backwell, go to Zale and show some heart, and you will get it back 10 times. The universe is watching. Well, sometimes 100, sometimes 1,000. I helped a guy one time, friend of mine. He came to the homeless shelter. He said, Calvin, you got any clothes? We about the same size. And I said, sure, man. He said, well, I gave him my address. He sent his father over there. I gave him 2 black plastic bags full of clothes, nice stuff. I just wasn't wearing anymore. 4 years later, we go to close on the first house that we ever bought. And it turned out that his sister was the underwriter on my loan, man. Had it been anybody else, they'd have rejected it. But a week or so before my application was approved, they were at church. And they went to the same church as my sister. My sister goes up, puts her offering on the table, and he says, yeah, that's Calvin Roach's sister. And remember, I didn't know her, I knew him. And she says, Calvin Roach, his file's on my desk. And the brother went on to tell her I had helped him in recovery. Don't you know this woman went the extra mile, sent it back to the loan originators, made them correct all the errors they made, and approved my loan. And if you know anything about underwriters and banks, anywhere in any state, imagine, man, you're going to say it's a coincidence. It's universal law to me. Okay? Had my application landed on anybody else's desk, all the banks, all the underwriters, man, I'd have never bought that house. Okay? So take care, guys. Stay safe and stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. Stop giving all your money away over here to people you don't know. Practice some self, what do they call that? I lost my mind today. Where you put yourself first, guys. Because women do over here. They're going to do it. Because the guy told you he sent the money to the woman, the 12 million, and she bought this land, bought that land, didn't finish the house. He says, hey, why didn't you pay for that? Let's sell the house so that we can, no, let's sell the lot so we can finish the house. She said, I ain't selling nothing. She said, who's going to take care of me and my kids when you gone? Yeah, self-preservation. This is what the lady told him. That was his money that bought all that. She ain't selling nothing. Okay, that's self-preservation. Hey, thank you. Who is this? Vincent for the super chase. The Calzell is asking for 4 zip code. Wow. Let me get that real quick. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. Let me. Yeah, the lady told him that to his face. Remember, that's not his wife, and it's certainly not his kids. Asking us for for a zip code. We want to help, but I won't put the bank account information on YouTube. Okay, yeah, thanks, Vincent. I appreciate that. I just told them we need that zip code. Yeah, they're asking for a zip code too. Thank y'all, man, so much. I appreciate it. He said, because of housing, I'm paying $338 a month in Stockton, California, and I can get a cheap place in the Philippines and keep both of them and pay rent at the same time. Yeah, you can. I would come over here for that. I do that 90 days, man, to anybody, wherever you going, before I made a decision. 90 days is a long time. That many of us have never taken that much time off. You think it's not a lot, it is. Otherwise, yeah, 11 years overstay. Okay? He can't leave. If he goes to immigration right now, they're going to lock him up. And they're going to demand that money. So he just stays up there in Luzon where he is. And if that woman ever gets mad at him, you know the first thing she's going to do, turn him in. Okay? Don't think they won't. So take care, y'all.